Hello everyone and welcome to the virtual tour of Transitions 101, a blended orientation program that I created as part of a course, ETech 565A, for the UBC Masters of Educational Technology program. This course was created in Blackboard Learn, a learning management system that's utilized by UBC, and it combines 2 online and 2 face-to-face sessions. So we begin here on the home page. As you can see, there's a custom banner on the page. This was created using an infographics program called PictoChart, and you'll see that I've used this throughout for various visual elements. We then move on to the program overview. So in this section, we have an overview of the various course components and the scheduling and learning objectives, as well as some information about assessment. We have a separate section on the program timeline because it is a blended program, so this gives students a better idea of when the different sections or sessions are happening. We also have more information on the assignments and the grading and rubric that are used to grade these assignments on the assignments grading section. Within the assignment description section, we have more detail on each of the different assignments that are utilized throughout the program. So these are described here in full, but they are also found on each associated area within the online portion of the program to which they are associated. And finally, there's an overview of what will be encompassed within the discussion forums, and we'll talk about that a little bit more later on. From here, moving on to session 2, which is the first of the 2 online sessions. The session is entitled Transition Planning, and it starts off with an overview of the learning objectives. We then move on to the first section, which is called What to Expect. So again, here we have an infographic that gives students an overview of the text information. So this walks them through some of the things that they will be expected to encounter as they move from a smaller college into a university setting. It also provides them with information on their first assignment. We then move to the Planning Ahead section, which details for students some of the things that they should be thinking about as they make the transition to the university environment, and provides them with their second assignment on goal setting. From here, we move on to session 3. This is the second of the 2 online components. This is on advising and course planning. So in the entry page, we have an overview of the learning objectives. We then go on to provide an overview of the advising services that are available within the Faculty of Applied Sciences at SFU. Tells a little bit more about the role of the advisors, how to access them, and when students should be looking for advising assistance. We then move on to a page which has information on how to have a successful first advising appointment and uses the digital story to communicate this information. And there is also a third assignment here that is scenario-based. Then we move on to the enrollment policies and regulations section. So this details information that students can also find on the web, but breaks it down for them in a little bit simpler format and provides information that's very specific to their program. And that finishes up with information on a little quiz that's incorporated within the program. And finally, within the third section, we have the course planning tools segment. So this provides students with information on the various course planning tools that they will be utilizing as part of planning their courses for the program. And it also provides an introduction to the course planning scenarios, which are group-based activities that they will be doing as part of the program. Finally, under the program content section, we have just a quick overview of the learning objectives and some supplemental information from the 2 face-to-face sessions and the final self-assessment. So from here, I'm going to move on to the discussion forums. So these are used throughout the course to connect students to one another and to introduce some collaborative elements within the assignments. And then we have 2 group-based scenarios. So these are assigned groups that students will be working in. They need to sign up for the group, which they can do just by clicking. And inside the group segment, you'll find information and collaborative tools that the students in the group can use. There's also more detail on the specific assignment and a link to the assignment submission page. Okay, so we'll skip over the second group assignment because it's very similar. We also have a link here to an online automated quiz, and then a self-assessment, which I mentioned previously. This is done in a similar format using the Blackboard quiz tool. And finally, we have the link to the assignment Dropbox, which is used for the other activities that require submission to the instructor and which are not linked directly within the group scenario. So that brings us to the end of our virtual tour. I hope you've enjoyed it.